LinkedIn carousel posts give you on average twice the reach of any other type of content on LinkedIn. In my case, my reach is always 3 to 4 times greater when I use them. They've brought me more followers and more clients for my business. So, how can you create amazing LinkedIn carousel posts? In this video, I'll show you how to create a LinkedIn carousel post that people love and how to optimize your LinkedIn carousel for LinkedIn's algorithm to maximize your reach. Alright, let's start with carousel creation. To create LinkedIn carousels, you first need to make a LinkedIn carousel template. In your template, you need a cover carousel page, body pages, and a closing page. The goal here is to always use the same template so that your audience will recognize your content straight away in the feed over time. To create your carousel template, you basically have 3 options. The first option is to use Canva, which has hundreds of ready-to-use templates. The second option is to design a LinkedIn carousel for yourself, and the third option is to hire someone on Fiverr or Upwork. In my opinion, Canva is the best option for 90% of people because you can quickly find something that fits your style and then customize the colors to match your personal brand. Personally, I use Figma to create my LinkedIn carousel template for more freedom. I made sure to respect LinkedIn's carousel format of 1080 and 1280. For my cover slide, I put my face on it because it's a better scroll stopper, and I made the title as big as possible so that it stands out in the feed. For the body pages, I created many different templates for different topics that I cover. Don't hesitate to pause the video to see how these templates look like. For the last slide, I use it as a call to action for people to follow my LinkedIn account and turn the bell on to get notification when I post. I also ask them to check out my CRM software. This sounds a little bit aggressive, but I actually A/B tested this and I always got more followers and more signups when I ask people for it. Pretty much like I'm doing right now when I say you should subscribe to that YouTube channel if you want to get results like Xavier, who closed $14,000 in just 2 weeks with my video tips. Alright, we now have created our LinkedIn carousel template. Let's talk about content strategy. So, what should you talk about in your LinkedIn carousels? What people expect in a LinkedIn carousel is to learn something valuable without having to do any research on Google or elsewhere. Let me give you some examples of LinkedIn carousels that work pretty well. First, you have Listicles, which are carousels where you can make a top 10 or top 5 of tools or things to do. For example, I made this listicle 23 CRMs with 23 different use cases where I listed different CRM software, including mine. Then you have success stories posts where you can share case studies you have or someone else's success. For example, I did a story of an agency that went from $0 to $270,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue in just 3 years. Finally, you have the ones who will bring you tons of money, the technical carousel posts. This kind of posts solve a specific problem for your audience and allow you to showcase your expertise to attract customers. For example, I made this carousel called 7 ways to move leads faster through the usual 7 sales pipeline stages. There are many other ways to make LinkedIn carousels, so check your favorite creators to get inspiration and apply the concepts to your niche. You're now almost a LinkedIn carousel expert. So let's make it official with these 5 tips to make the LinkedIn algorithm work in your favor. Tip number 1, make your LinkedIn carousel around 12 slides. Tip number 2, use 25 to 50 words max per slide. Tip number 3, don't just upload your carousel, write a text post about it. Use this section to talk about stuff related to the carousel that is not in the carousel itself. Make sure to keep this part under 500 characters. Tip number 4, mention people in your carousel if possible so that they can kickstart the engagement of your post. Tip number 5, tell people to check something in the last slides. For example, if you do a carousel that presents 12 software tools, say in your post that software 8 is incredible so that people will have to go through 2/3 of the slides to see it. This technique sounds stupid, but it works because it will increase the watch time of your post. Just make sure that there's actual value on the slide and you will be fine. If you want to get deeper insights about LinkedIn's algorithm, check out Richard van der Blom's profile. He and his team came up with the numbers part of these tips. It's now time to show you how to upload your LinkedIn carousel to LinkedIn. When you start a post, click on the plus button, then click on Add Document and upload your file. Your file needs to be a PDF or this won't work. Make sure to give a good name to your carousel file in LinkedIn because everyone will see it, so Don't go for something stupid here. All right, 2 final questions need to be answered for you to be a pro at LinkedIn carousels posts. The first question is when should you post your carousels? And the second question is how many per week should you post? For the day, Tuesdays and Thursday are the best days of the week to post. For the time, posting at 9 a.m. is considered optimal by most content scheduling software to maximize your reach. You can trust the data, they analyze more than 200,000 posts, so you can't fail here. I personally post at 1:30 p.m. in my time zone because it suits my lifestyle, and that way I can cover both Europe and US time zones. Now, for how many carousels per week you should post, in my 10K followers video, I recommended 2 carousels per week, and I still stick to that. Beyond that, it will be too much for your audience, and you can actually lose reach if you post too many carousels in a row. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you generated leads with your LinkedIn carousels, make sure to close deals using my CM software, Brackle. See you in the next video. Cheers, bye.